Hey, Northbrook fam. I have a confession and a reminder. Reminder is, say the confession for last. A reminder that we have these CBR journals that if you don't have one or if you've already gone through one, a few people have done that already and needed another one. We have plenty of those on hand and we'll actually bring those out Sunday. So if you're there Sunday, you can pick one up. Or if you're not going to be able to be there and still need another one, just email me or Randy and we'll get one to you. Figure that out. And then if you're new with us, these CBR journals are just a Bible reading plan where we read a couple chapters of the Bible today, and then as a church, for all of those that are doing this, we're in the same chapters, discussing the same scriptures, and it has kind of an organized way to help you journal through and reflect on the passage that you have read. And so really encouraging, really helpful. And then some of you probably don't know what the elders right now are actually taking the community group leaders through kind of this just discipleship plan where we're talking about stuff like the disciplines, like reading our Bible and prayer. And then we're talking about marriage and sharing our stories with one another and just going through a discipleship process. And one of those aspects, as we talked about the disciplines, we've also just wanted to keep each other accountable and check in and ask how those things are going. And so that's the confession. As I was reading my Bible this morning, I've known this, but just took some time to pray and confess. Really, the last week, I just did a really poor job of prioritizing just time in the Word. There was, obviously with the nature of my job, I spend a decent amount of time in the Bible, but there's something different between that and that kind of marked out time just to seek God in the scriptures in the morning. And I even noticed a little bit, like I started to listen to it. I started to just kind of squeeze it in when I could over the last even week before. And then last week, I just really struggled to catch back up or start back in where we were at as a church in our reading plan and to do that. And so I don't want to just obviously share my strengths with you, but want to share, those times when I'm struggling and it didn't go as well as I'd hoped. And so thankful for new mercies every morning and a new week, and hopefully by God's grace, opportunity to seek God through the scriptures and through journaling. And I've noticed even personally that there's something about when I do journal that seems to really mark that time as a little bit more of a priority for me. And when I don't, it just seems a little more flippant. So that may not be you. That may not be how that time works for you, but I've noticed that. And so there's something about reading and reflecting and writing about what I've read and praying to God in the midst of that. So yeah, there's that. You can pray for me in that way. I'll be praying for you, but also be free to admit that if that's where you're at, if that's what this last week or last month has looked like for you. And again, with me, just join in with reading the scriptures and seeking God in that way. So love you, and let me know if you need one of these. Talk to you soon.